Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we're going to take a cup that has been sitting around in my craft space and finally make something out of it. I have quite a few of glittered tumblers that are either glittered and chillin' glitter with epoxy, and this one actually has been sanded and ready for some vinyl. I have no idea what I was going to do with this, probably a peekaboo. I start them and either I don't like the glitter with the design that I'm going for, or I just forget what I'm doing altogether, which is most of the time the case. So this tumbler is a 32-ounce plump from TIPSY Magnolia, and it is covered in Enigma from Chase Ray Creations. Beautiful glitter. Can't tell it right now, but even sanded, look at all those colors that's showing through. But before we get started with adding our vinyl on, I wanted to show you the latest Glam Box from Glamour Tribe vinyl. Now this is the vinyl that we're using for this tumbler, and it is cotton-headed Ninny Muggins. If you're a huge fan of ELF, that just gets you excited right there. So all of these vinyls are beautiful. This is Son of a Nutcracker. Santa, I Know Him, light. There's a dark version of this as well. Call Me Elf One More Time, with some postage stamps. Buddy. Now, all of these have been individually released on the Glamour Tribe website. So if you like any of these, you can see the name down here and get them individually. Francisco, that's fun to say. This is a transparent 6-inch ribbon curls, honey. Smiling's my favorite. You Sit on a Throne of Lies. Uh-oh. These don't belong in here. I was using it for storage too. And we also have some Fools from Southern Belle glitter. A few decals from Glamour Tribe. These boxes always come with some gorgeous glitters. This is Papa Elf and Jovi. And then a cute little Christmas bag with some 3D printed toppers for straws. Ooh, that's cool. I wonder if we could put opal glitter on top of that and epoxy it. Because that would match. We'll set that to the side and we'll give it a try. Okay, so that is the Glamour Tribe Glam Box from November. Like I said, all of these have been individually released. So you can get all of this stuff on the website, and the Fools you can get from Southern Belle. Okay. Now, we're gonna hop over and I'm gonna show you how I cut this vinyl out really quick, and then we will be back after we weed everything to add it to the tumbler.
This is gonna be very simple. So I add in a square from our shapes, and then I go down to images. These images are free on Cricut, and I really like this tree. So I put both of them in our design space. I'm going to select that square, unlock the dimensions, We're using a 32-ounce plump from Tipsy Magnolia, so the height is 10.5, and then our width is half of the circumference, so that's going to be 4.825. Now we will end up cutting a little bit of the edge off. If you want to leave it, that's totally up to you to have more vinyl coverage on your tumbler. I centered up my tree with the edge of the vinyl, and then I highlighted both the tree and the vinyl and aligned them. That way I know my tree is right in the middle. Then I'm going to duplicate it and just center up on my own the tree on the top and underneath our center one. Once I have all three of my trees in place, I'm going to highlight just the trees and then weld those together so they cut as one image, and I'll be able to slice once I create an offset. So once your trees are welded together, highlight them again and then go up to offset. We're going to create a 0.15 offset. Actually, I remember changing that to 0.2. So we're going to do a 0.2 offset so we have plenty of room between our tree and our vinyl cutout. That way we can see a good bit of that glitter in there. Pull those original trees to the side, highlight both your offset and your rectangle, and then you're going to select slice. Get rid of all the extra images, and we're going to be left with our vinyl cutout. We're going back to the trees, select them, go back to offset, create 0.035 for a hairline offset. That's just thick enough to cut right. So 0.035 is my go-to. Once we have our offset, we'll highlight both the original image and the offset together, select slice, remove the additional images, and then we will be left with our outline. Take those original trees and put them right back where you started. That way it will cut along with your vinyl. And I just took my offset and changed it to a gold color. That way I could take a look and make sure that there was enough room between my offset and our vinyl cutout for a good bit of glitter to show through. So once I had everything ready to go, I made sure my trees were centered up with the edge of my vinyl, highlighted both that original tree and our vinyl cutout, and welded those together.
I'm trying to take it back a couple of notches and not get so intensely detailed, because it is right here at crunch time for getting holiday things ready, and we really don't need any projects that's going to take us forever and ever to complete. So I'm cutting right up against this vinyl. We will end up trimming a little bit off of the top and bottom. And I'm actually going to trim off a little bit of this vinyl because I did measure it to be half of the tumbler size, but we also have this little bit of overhang over here on this side that's going to make it a little bit wider than what I actually wanted it to be. So we're going to cut just a little bit off. There we go. Happy with that. We're going to cut off a little bit of this backing so that once we have it in place on the cup, we can just press that exposed piece down. And then we're going to line this up, the top and bottom rim. If there's a little bit of overhang, then I'm going to try my best to center it up. That way when we trim it, our decal or our trees are still going to be the same distance from the top and bottom as they are or as we planned it to be. So see, I've got just a little bit of overhang there and a little bit there, about the same distance on both sides or both ends. All right, stop it now. Okay, so now that we have that in place, I want to introduce you to a new tool. This is a vinyl trimmer from KELLBELL Customs. I have so many other tools that I need to show you guys from the shop. I just have not had the chance to get them all out and actually learn to use them myself. But this is one of the tools that KELLBELL Customs sent me. This is a vinyl trimmer. It has a blade here. And this adjusts up and down so that you can trim your vinyl on different levels. I'm going to put it on the lowest setting. I have pulled my vinyl around the top of my tumbler here. I'm just going to place it like so. You want to push it up against the trimmer and allow that blade to do the work. I'm going to go back to just to make sure because it's bouncing a little bit on me. Clean line. And now we're going to do that exact same thing on the bottom. I've pulled my vinyl over the bottom. If you need some help doing that, just use a heat gun and very gently go around the bottom and press your vinyl just like that. Now this did come with a cover, thankfully, because I am horrible with knives. I will cut myself in a split. So that come with a cover, and it also had an extra blade with it. I was supposed to be doing an affiliation announcement with KELLBELL and a whole intro video, and that is coming. This was just an opportunity that I could use this tool, and we do have a discount code for KELLBELL Customs. So pretty excited to show you all the things that we have from them. It has just been crazy around here, and I haven't got around to just learning all of the tools myself. So stay tuned. That will be coming. Is definitely, if you need some tumbler tools that makes tumbler making, craft making a little bit easier, definitely go check out their website. Okay, so now that we have our perfect edges, it's time to add on our offsets. Let's grab these. I'm going to do it one at a time. because Lord knows if I try to do them all three, they're not going to go where I want them to go. So cute. Now, is there a way that we can incorporate these? I think I would like to put one here and one here. I think that would look really cute. But first, I want to make sure that I have them lined up. I'm actually going to put them in their old place. You can kind of see where these, oh my goodness, no you can't, not with that light coming through, but I can see in person where they were on here. So I'm just going to place these back in their place and we'll be okay. So I've got these two lined up. I'm only going to use two, and I'm gonna try to center them up with our vinyl here. That way it helps me get them straight on my tumbler. We're just going to put them over here to this side, and then over here in this section we will add a little something there as well. Probably a phrase, maybe some vinyl striping. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do quite yet. This gold looks so beautiful on top of this vinyl. Very beautiful. All right, now I like that. I think what we're gonna do is just add some vinyl striping. I don't think I'm even gonna add any phrase to this. I'm gonna cut out a few strips of our gold, and then we will also pick a couple other colors and do that as well. Let's make these a little bit thicker. Use a bunch of TECKWRAP vinyl. All of these colors are in this vinyl, so we're going to use them just to tie everything in together. We're not being particular on size, we're just going with it, guys. This is the Pearl TECKWRAP Craft. That one is mint. This is Shimmer Pink. have the matte bubble-free chrome. I thought maybe I didn't have a green that would match, but this one does. So I'm going to cut a couple of these too. This is the holographic chrome holographic. Let's add them on. Now the chrome and anything that can be scratched up, like their metallics, chromes, those will always have a protective layer on top of them. All you have to do is peel that protective layer off. If you are using it to cut on your machine, you always want to take that protective layer off prior to cutting, or you'll end up with a really, really big mess. I want to put one of these down through here. Just to kind of bring that gold in. And cover up one of these dimples right here. Just lay that one down. We can also put this one on top of this pink to make that sparkle. We're putting these in no special pattern, no special order. Just putting them on here to pull this around into this area. We'll probably stop our striping somewhere around in here. Should we overlap one? Yes. Alright, so I decided that I wanted to add on a phrase anyway. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Okay, now we need to seal this in. I have already started adding on my binding potion from Adhesive Apothecary. I thought that I pushed my record, but obviously I didn't. You cannot seal in a sanded cup with a spray seal. So my go-to, now that I have discovered the Adhesive Apothecary binding potion, is just that, because you can seal in sanded cups, which is a complete game changer. You don't have to have a glossy cup to do a peekaboo or anything like that, as long as you have the Adhesive Apothecary binding potion. This stuff is incredible. You seal it in with a paintbrush, a glove, your bare hand, whatever you want to do. Allow it to dry for about 2 hours, because it does say 30 minutes to 2 hours, but the 30 minutes is just a very thin coat. And to me, if you put it on top of glitter or vinyl, where it's going to pull around the glitter specks or around the edges of your vinyl, you definitely want to give it some extra time to dry before you start putting on your epoxy. So get that on there really quick. We're going to give this 2 hours to dry, and then we're going to epoxy, and it'll be done.
I think this turned out so good, guys. At first, I wasn't 100% sold on the mint old Christmas tree, but I actually kind of like it now. It's grew on me. It blends with all of the striping and the detail that was in the vinyl itself. The multicolor glitter in the background really shines through. This definitely needs another coat of epoxy, but for the purposes of the tutorial, I think she turned out great. Look at that glitter. God, that glitter is so beautiful. I'm so glad that we made a colorful holiday cup using this vinyl and this glitter combination. It's perfect for each other. Literally, right? Yes, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. All materials will be listed down there as well for you guys with our discount codes. That is all for today. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time.